from Joe Biden's briefing on Tuesday, the former vice president's first briefing in months. He was asked if he'd been tested for cognitive decline.
I've been tested and I'm constantly tested. Look, all I got to do is watch me, and I can hardly wait to compare my cognitive capability to the cognitive capability of the man I'm running against.
And to get hot, I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
What the fuck?
Hey, what's up, guys? Jazz Borgonzo here. Once again, what's next? Joe Dementia. Yeah, we haven't mentioned him in a while. We did mention Kamala on your knees Harris, as she made her way down to Latin America, and especially to Guatemala and El Salvador, and got roasted and toasted. The smell was wonderful, and it was delicious. But we're going to talk about Dementia Joe here. He decided to stand in front of the troops and make a couple of comments. And unfortunately, Dementia Joe, what he does best is trip over himself and make an absolute ass out of himself. So let's take a look. This comes out of Gateway Pundit. Biden to U.S. troops. This is not a joke. The greatest threat facing America is global warming. Yes, not Al-Qaeda, not ISIS. Who? Not Russia, and probably the most visible and most definable threat and factual threat from a cyber, from a economic, and possibly from a physical standpoint, and that will be China. Yes, China. You know those Chi-Coms? You forget about those, but the only time you hear about the Chi-Coms is when LeBron James is, crying and clutching his pearls. But regarding Biden, of course, there he is, our wonderful president. Joe Biden on Wednesday evening landed in the UK and addressed the troops of the Royal Air Force Mildenhall. At Royal Air Force Mildenhall. Joe Biden's speech was awkwardly cringeworthy. Shocker to no one. Biden told the troops that he keeps forgetting that he's president. And then he said this.
Lead the global transition to clean.
Let's back this up.
We must all commit to an ambitious climate action if we're going to prevent the worst impacts of climate change, limiting global warming to no more than 1.5 degrees Celsius. Lead the global transition to clean energy technology. When I went over in the tank in the Pentagon, when I first was elected vice president with President Obama, the military sat us down to let us know what the greatest threats facing America were, the greatest physical threats. This is not a joke. You know what the Joint Chiefs told us the greatest threat facing America was? Global warming.
All right. Jeez. It's really funny if it wasn't so sad. I mean, actually the opposite, it would be. I mean, it's truly sad. Wow. Let me move on to number 2 because this is almost as good, maybe equally as good. This also comes out of Gateway Pundit. Joe Biden to troops stationed at Royal Air Force Mildenhall. I keep forgetting that I'm president. Joe Biden, of course, on Wednesday was addressing the troops at the Royal Air Force Mildenhall. Joe Biden will spend 8 days in Europe participating and will participate in the G7 summit. Oh, that is going to be delicious. That is going to be delicious. So stay tuned, kids. At one point during his awkward speech, Joe Biden said he kept forgetting he's president. Quote, "I keep forgetting I'm president," Dementia Joe said.
In Sydney, you're 14 years old. When I was 14, please, Daddy. I keep forgetting I'm president.
You know, it would be, and again, it's funny if it wasn't so sad. The fact of the matter is that this is not Joe let me make gaffes Biden or the gaff master. This is not 10 years ago with Obama, and for him to say that he sat down with Obama a decade ago, and climate change was one of the biggest threats. Not just to the United States, but to the world? Really? Really? But then again, the same Barack Obama, who said that ISIS was a JV team. I can believe it. Yeah, I can believe it. With everything that's going on right now, especially China being the biggest threat, as I said earlier, for this president to go over to the UK, and of course, I'm sure the troops there have total respect for the office of the president and not so much for Biden himself, because, of course, we know he's a fool. They know he's a fool. But once again, leave it to Dementia Joe to not disappoint and to continue to embarrass not just himself, but, of course, us, representing the United States of America. But wow. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment, below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.